Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rita. I have two kids. They are both over 20 years old and I thought it is time for them to start cooking our family recipes. I have a book that I've written all my collected recipes down from family, friends, websites, cookbooks, anywhere, but they don't want to read it. They do is just watch videos, cooking videos, and try to do them. So I thought I make a cooking video, and then I thought I make a cooking channel so I can show all the recipes I have in here, so they have somewhere to go. I started putting these down recipes since I was in my late teens. One of the very first recipes, which we're going to start today, is my nan's cherry pie recipe. And by cherry, I mean sour cherries. You can use any fruit really, but you want a little bit of a tangy one because the dough is really nice and sweet and moist. It's nice with cherries, it's nice with blueberries, peaches, raspberries, apricots maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so that's what we were going to start with, Nan's cherry pie. Oh, I really miss her. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, so I made myself a cup of tea and prepared everything here, I think. So let's have a look. Nan's cherry pie. Oh, it's really easy to do because you can just use a cup, like a teacup, or a cup measurement, doesn't matter. I forgot my cup, 1 second. Any cup will do. Right. So she says rind and juice of 1 lemon, 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs, mix it out. So let's do that. We need to really wash the lemon. I always wash them with dishwasher liquid because I think that's the best, and really scrub it. Like it's really dirty, it is. Lemons. I won't do this if I just use the juice, but we need the rind as well, so. Right, okay. So, 1 lemon. Poor Nan. I remember when she used to make this all the time. I really loved it. I loved it because it's so lemony, because of all the lemon rind and the lemon juice in it. This is what makes it different from other ones, because I saw ones with, you used cups and just like a mixed dough, but they use yogurt or, never seen one with this much lemon in it. It's really nice. It's really moist. I remember my nan, she was a really hard-working woman, really hard. She had a really hard life. She was born in 1921. She started working when she was 12. She could barely write and read. I used to write her Christmas and Easter cards. Yeah, but she really loved cooking and baking. She really loved it. And she would tell me she had so much patience. Can I squeeze this in here? It's really for limes. There we go. Yeah, I bought this one to make margaritas. But it's really quite useful, I think. But it's not big enough for lemons. Let's just do it by hand. Just make sure you don't have any pips in it, because that wouldn't be nice. There we go. All the nice juices come out. Super duper. I'm gonna give this a squeeze. No, they did a good job. I usually rub the lemon juice in my hands because it makes it really nice and soft. I don't know what it does. Probably just dissolves my skin, but it's nice and soft after. Right, 4 eggs. Honestly, I find any signs of eggs work. It doesn't really matter. Maybe if they are too small, maybe give 1 more. 4 eggs. 1, 2, nope, 3, 4 eggs. And 2 cups of sugar. So the only thing that matters with the size of the cup, it doesn't really matter, but make sure that you measure everything the same, you know, amount in that cup. So I use like this much of the sugar, then I'm gonna use this much of the flour and this much of the oil. Same amount, 2 cups. And no, I don't know my recipes by heart, because who's got the brain power for that? You know what I mean? I have it written down. I kind of know which page are they on, but I can't, even though I've been baking this for 30 years, I still need the recipe. 2 cups. Okay, so we're going to mix this up with a mixer. You can use just a whisk if you have time and patience and you know, energy, which I don't. There we go. We want to whisk it nice and smooth and a bit fluffy. It's not gonna get too fluffy, but a little bit. I should have turned the oven on, to be honest. I think when I mix this up, I'm gonna turn the oven on. We're gonna, it says 1 hour on a high medium heat. So I think I'm gonna put it on maybe 180. I never remember why I put it on. I really should write it down. I always just make it up as I go. I think it's 180 I usually bake it on. Definitely not 200, it's too hot. It's going to come up really high, really thick in the dish I'm making it in. So it takes time to cook. Alright, I think this is enough. It is a really nice pale yellow color. Like that. Perfect. Okay, so 1 cup of oil. Use some sunflower oil, vegetable oil that doesn't have a very, you know, strong taste. You don't want to put olive oil in this. Oh, my kids just love olive oil. They put olive oil in everything. No, when they start buying themselves, they're not going to. Let me tell you, how expensive is olive oil? Crazy. Okay, 1 cup of soda water. You can use mineral water, but it has to be sparkling water. That's the main thing, because that's going to lift it up. I couldn't find soda water in Tesco yesterday. It's really hot. I suppose everybody's drinking mojitos because all the soda water was gone. So I had to buy mineral water, but it's fine. It's really hot here. We're having a heat wave at the moment. And we need, it says 3 cups of flour with half a baking powder. Now you can get baking powder in little pouches in Hungary. I have no idea how heavy they are. how much weight in them. So for 3 cups of flour, I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. That much. Sometimes when I add self-raising flour. I have a little bit of self-raising flour. I'm going to add that. I wouldn't make it only with self-raising flour though, but you can make it only with plain flour. I don't know why not, but just I wouldn't. Maybe you can. I don't know. Okay, so you know, the same as the sugar was, 1 cup. Don't worry the bits that stuck to the cup, but you can just scrape it out at the end, the last cup. How many cups was this? 2? Hope so. 3. 3 cups of flour. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. Oops. I still haven't started the oven. What am I like? And that's it. You don't want to overmix it. Just make sure that there's no flour bits in it, and that's it. Done. That is done. Okay, oven. All right. Before I do the baking dish, I'm gonna do the cherries. Oh, cup of tea. So this big jar, you can use more or less. Oh. Come on. Oh, please tell me these are stoned. Oh, they don't look good. I don't think they are cherries. Sour cherries. I think they are normal cherries. Oh, never mind. No. Right, so they have the stones in them. All right, so I accidentally bought cherries with stones in them. So now I have to take all the stones out. And they are not sour cherries. What a disaster. Yeah, well, that's what you get when you buy in a Polish shop and you have no idea what it says on the bottle, on the jar. I could have translated it, but I thought, oh yeah, I know, this one is the cherry, this one is the sour cherry. It wasn't. One of them was stone cherries and one of them was the unstoned. So annoying. Well, at least I have the oven has time to warm up because I forgot to turn it on at the beginning. So you see, kids, sometimes things go wrong when you bake, but whatever. It will still be nice with cherries. Maybe a bit too sweet for my liking, but Still nice. So yeah, my nan, she had the weirdest humor. So funny. She was really strict and really, you know, hard woman. She worked all her life. She said she had a really hard life. They moved a lot of times. There was a lot of suffering. And yeah, we really respected her. But sometimes when we were doing something monotone like this, doing pickles or whatever, cleaning something, she was bored. She would tell us stories. And it was like a really long story, and in the end, it was like a really weird, naughty humor to it. And we were like, what did she just say? Oh, she's unbelievable. She loved kids. Really had the patience for them. I don't have the patience for them. Yes, no. Almost done. It's not a lot of cherries in this. And you know what I saw in the shop? I saw there were fresh cherries and they looked like sour cherries. But you know, I don't know where they come from. You don't want to buy stuff like that. I don't know where they come from, how dirty they are, how far they traveled. This is better because, you know, they use them fresh in that factory where they can them. Right, so I'm going to put a little bit of flour over the cherries so they don't sink in the bottom, on the bottom of the batter when I put them on later. Just a little bit so they look like this. Really gross. Okay, we are going to prepare the dish. So I usually put it in this one. You can put it in a bigger one, then it will be thinner, and then maybe then it will cook quicker. But I like to make it in this, so I like them really nice and tall. So I'm gonna use a little bit of oil instead of butter because I can't be bothered to take the butter out. Perfectly fine. You know, you can substitute things in cooking if it makes sense. Once you have a little bit of practice, then you know what makes sense and what doesn't. Using oil to batter a dish, perfectly fine. Butter a dish, you know what I mean, not batter. You don't want it too greasy. Right. And I'm gonna add a bit of, forgot to close the water. The recipe says use breadcrumbs for this, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna use flour. I always usually use flour, to be honest. Most of the time I don't have any breadcrumbs at home. Move it around like this, to the sides as well, a little bit, see? And all that needs to go out. You don't want to leave it in the dish, the leftovers. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Oh. All right, batter in. Oh, and we always used to watch her make this, and then, you know, somebody was allowed to lick the bowl. Oh, that was the best part. Okay, so it's very liquidy, so it's just gonna really nicely spread. I am not putting the cherries on yet. I'm going to put this in the oven for like 5 minutes, and so it creates a little tiny thin layer on the top that is already cooked. So I'm gonna put the cherries on then, and then it won't sink to the bottom too much. Yeah? Oven is hot. Let's put it in. And now we wait for 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. So I'm going to take it out of the oven. Right? And I'm just gonna plop these cherries in there. You see? It doesn't go straight down to the bottom. It will sink a little bit into the batter as it cooks. Obviously it's not a disaster if it all goes down the bottom, but it can make it very soggy and like can't cook through properly. You don't want that. As nice as it to lick the ball from the batter, you don't want the raw batter in the cake when it's done. I'm really disappointed these are cherries and not sour cherries, man. What am I like? Ah, well, next time. If we had some blueberries at home, I would add blueberries to this now. Might as well. Or something. If we don't have anything, we only have peaches. I don't think peaches and cherries. Maybe. No, not this time. There we go. I'm running out of space. Ta-da! That's it, done. Don't forget that this is hot. Don't grab it without a cloth. Did that before? Not once. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the oven now for, it takes about an hour. Sometimes it's less. It depends on maybe the size of the eggs. You want to keep checking it with a fork or a stick. Poke it in the middle, and if it, you know, comes out and it's still sticky stuff on it, keep cooking, baking. So see you guys in about an hour. Hello, welcome back. So it's been an hour and I turned off the oven. I'm bringing the cake over. Ta-da! So it's very hot and it came up in the middle, and I think it's because I didn't mix the baking powder away incorrectly. If you do it with a lot of self-raising flour, you don't need that much baking powder, and then it won't happen. It will be just really nice and even. So I tried it with a fork. I poked it a couple of times. I didn't see any really wet, gooey crumbs on it. It is a very moist cake, so it's always going to be a little bit of moisture on the fork. So I'm just going to wait a little bit until it cools, and then we cut it up and have a bite. Okay, it's all done. It's nicely cooled down a little bit, so I can eat it. This is what it looks like from the close-up. Squishy. It is very, very moist and nice and lemony, and it's not bad with the sweet cherries either. So don't panic if you can't get sour cherries. Just use any other fruit, honestly. It's really tasty. And enjoy, and see you next time with a different recipe.